2K Games, the NFL, have announced that the NFL 2K series is coming back here in 2011. So in 2011, you will see Madden and 2K once again going back at it. No, they will not be competing head-to-head because this 2K game is going to be a little bit different. It's going to be a non-simulation football game experience. And that's what Madden is about, is that simulation football. And that's what brought 2K into the full front back from 2K5 to 2K6, 2K All-Pro, 2K8. That's what 2K was all about. They're going on to that simulation style, and yes, the physics were amazing for that game. More games are leaning towards bringing back the physics, such as Maximum Football 2019. Brought that physics-based engine back into the game. But we're going to see some type of different football gameplay. Maybe it's going to be like a street football. That'd be pretty sweet. I loved the EA Street series, whether it was for NFL, for basketball, for even soccer. That was the best series in the world to play as a kid growing up. And now if you're going to bring back a 2K-style game mode, kind of like Playgrounds they have in the NBA, make a Madden series off that. Well, not even a Madden series, a football series off that. That's impressive to me. The fact that 2K Games knows that there's a niche that's missing there in the football experience, kind of like how Blitz was, or even if you can even go back to being the street football. That was a niche that was out there for fans that needed an arcade-style type of game. And don't get me wrong, I've gotten to the point where I kind of want to go back into that arcade style, of course, with football games or even any type of sports games. Yeah, I recently just purchased ESPN Football 2K5. Yes, I purchased that, and it was an amazing game. But I also went back and played with ESPN, not even ESPN, 2K, not even 2K, EA Sports Street Football. As there's a lot of games out there that has that arcade base, but it's from back in the early 2000s, and there's need to be something that's out there, something fresh. That's what I believe that the 2K Games experience will bring back with this NFL, as they're going to be partnering with them, which is huge. That's one of the biggest things that if you're a game developer, you need to have a backing of such as a prominent NFL team. Maybe if it's like Major League Baseball, they see with RBI Baseball coming out, they had a license with Major League Baseball to use the players. That is something that's perfect with 2K Games. Yes, 2K Games is also established with their WWE series, with their NBA series, and those have been successful. Maybe not so much the WWE version as it came out recently that was terrible, but the fact that they're going to bring back a football game experience back into 2K leads to me to believe that there will be an uprising. Maybe this is their first step of having a non-simulated game, maybe to see how many people are buying this game, to see if it's worth it, and maybe at some point go to a simulation type style that mimics Madden a little bit but have the better gameplay. We already know that 2K is going to bring the good gameplay out in this game no matter what. They will have the best thing out there, kind of like if you played Backbreaker back in the day. I feel like it's going to have a mimic of Backbreaker with NFL licensed players, putting it all into one as that arcade level type style. There'll be a better gameplay than Backbreaker was. And this is going to open the door for Madden to hopefully fix some problems, because all of it is animation based. And I went back to play Madden again, and it's annoying, very annoying to experience those lags when I'm trying to tackle somebody. But the way that 2K works, they are going to perfect anything possible. Let's just hope they do not, force it out. 2021 is a while from now, as we're in March of 2020. So you got to expect that's going to be coming out next year. And that's okay. That's okay. Maybe the end of the season next year, or even if it's like the thing that maybe it's the 2021 version of the game, so it maybe be released later on this year. That's not going to happen. If they announce it today, that will not happen. But if you are out there in 2021, there may be 4 game developers that are producing football games. Of course, Madden's that top tier list. Even with 2K coming back, they have that backing of what they did back in the day in order to establish themselves again as a football dominant. We also got to look at Doug Flutie Maximum Football 2019, as they even tweeted out today. As they tweeted out, and I quote, "We'll be over here still developing football simulation video games. Exciting news about 2020 coming in April." So, and of course, the gameplay on that lacks a little bit in Maximum Football, but it's still a fun game since there's a college aspect base into this. And there's also the Access Football, and I'm not sure if it's made even out yet on PS4 yet, but it's a mobile and also Xbox and I believe PC game that you can actually play. That's another football game. So in 2021, we also might see a college football game. Even though Maximum Football has an aspect in it, we may see another one. So it's exciting times, exciting news coming around for football gamers like such as myself that play football games for the fun aspect of it. And there's a lot of, I guess now, indie developers starting to rise. 2K coming back, Madden declining because it's been declining, even though they say Madden 20 is their most successful football game they've ever sold, probably because of how Patrick Mahomes was on the cover. But I digress. But 2K Games released out saying they will be back in 2021, and they are partnering with the NFL to bring that game experience back to us, the fans, the players. It's going to be fun. I cannot wait for it. 2021 needs to come here quick. Thank you for listening to this short, I guess it's a mini podcast. I appreciate you listening. Have a good one.